Dr. Sharif Mahmood Khalid is still in studio with us. Let's engage him more on the activities at the office of the Vice President. Doc, we have observed that the Vice President has been holding a series of engagements with key institutions and the diplomatic missions. How fruitful have these engagements been?
I mean, very fruitful, as you could say. Diplomatic missions, very important to hold international ties and relations with other countries, more so within the sub-region and beyond. And as you could see, we had key embassies that actually matter. Not to say not all embassies matter, they do matter. And you'd see that even within broader issues. For example, a few days ago, she was at the residence of the British High Commissioner. And very importantly, what was discussed there was on issues of statistics and data and how it plays a role with the EU. And there was this collaboration between the GSS, which is the Ghana Statistical Service, and that of the ONS, which is the Office of the National Statistics Service in the, in the UK. And that was a very fruitful one, if you say, and how to empower parliamentarians to be data-driven in their policy formulation, among other issues. So, I mean, the 24-hour economy is dear to her heart. The Women's Bank is like a baby to her because she's nursing it and seeing how it will grow. So all of these engagements that have been coming has been at the center of all of these issues. With a women empowerment key issue, fishing a massive issue, as you could see with the engagement of the thank you to the president in the central region. Fishing was at the center of it, at the fulcrum of these discussions. So the economy, energy, among other issues. She is a vice president.
I was going to ask what key issues the office will focus on.
A few, like as I've said. So the office is busy and running, as you could see. She's got her feet on the paddle from day one, and a lot more happening. And as you'd see, a lot will be unveiled under the auspices of her office for you to see exactly what is happening. But it is good that you are seeing sprouting issues around what is happening or what is anchored on. So as I said, Women Development Bank, very key to her. The 24-hour economy, very key to her. Women issues or gender-based issues, very key to her. Education, her baby, as you could see. So among other issues. So you could see that it's a full set of the economy. She is complementing the president, actually, to deliver and reset Ghana.
Talking about complementing, let me put you on the spot a bit. How involved has the vice president been in decisions like appointments into key positions? I
mean, but if you cannot see, it's a government. So when you even say how involved, you don't need to be asking this question. I mean, even if you look at the constitution, there are constitutional mandates of the vice president, certain roles by conventions that she needs to play. And you see them, you see the energy, you see the synergy. I mean, a few days ago, she was at the airport to welcome him from his 2 or 3 nation tour. I mean, Ethiopia, Germany, among other, from the National Security Conference in Germany, in Munich, and also the AU summit. So it tells you that there's a lot happening amongst all of these issues. I mean, if you're talking about how involved you should, I'm sitting here because the two of them collaborated, conferred to appoint me to serve in the government as a young man. And however involved could it be than this?
Right. Yeah. The National Education Forum will be held next week. What is expected?
I mean, you mean the Economic Forum?
Yes. What is the expected outcome?
I mean, you're going to preempt a lot if you say what's the expected outcome, because if we had an outcome, we would not even be engaging in the first place. But what is going to be the outcome, if you look at it, is going to be a mix of issues, right, deliberated among key stakeholders that are all proffering solutions to creating an enabling economy for all of us, and putting our economy back to its glory days and beyond, and giving it stability and robustness to function effectively, to allow you and I to have real bread and butter on the table. And that's exactly what we're doing, but we're not doing that in isolation. You've given us a mandate as a government, but we're inviting you all to also contribute, or the key stakeholders within the economy, private sector-led, government sector-led, civil society sector-led, the third sector, I mean NGOs, among other issues, to come together to see how we can grow this economy, which is why we are bringing all hands on deck.
But aside the Economic Forum, the Education Forum
is also ongoing. Education is key, free SHS. I mean, we all know the problems that comes with it. I mean, we're not saying it's a bad policy. This is a policy that we've always advocated that, look, we needed to have a gradual approach to, but it was implemented and something we've been inherited. So it's been, grandfathered to us in a way. We have to see that it's delivered effectively, have a real source of funding, have a real focus on numeracy and literacy skill, have real focus on what is meant to be quality education, and exactly what they're doing.
What is the Vice President's view on the double track system as well as the funding for free SHS?
I mean, she wants to have a robust funding for free SHS such that every child, right, that's walking to school, to ensure that they have the decent materials in terms of textbooks, they have decent classrooms to sit in, schools under trees are alleviated, right? There is quality, or teacher absenteeism is, a thing of the past. Students are happy going to school on a daily basis. Students are happy engaging with their real education, which is going to result in the sort of quality education we would have in the workforce and the youth that we need to drive this economy. Mind you, you look at the horizon, Africa's population, where it's growing, very youthful. So education is at the fulcrum of it. And the importance of that is what it means to her. On a daily basis, I think what gives her sleepless nights is to see quality in our education and the delivery of it. And this is something that's so dear to her heart.
Right. What kind of vice president should we be expecting from Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman?
Goodness me, I've just spelled out all of these issues to you. You still want to expect, are you not rather enjoying it as of now?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
more.
the vice president that is more embracing, as we say, reflective of the ideals of the president, which you've seen positively, embracing of the 24-hour economy, embracing of the key facets of the manifesto promises that we had to deliver, part of the reset agenda, playing that motherly role as far as she can go, as when she has been doing as a trailblazer, being vice chancellor or first female vice chancellor of a public university, being an education minister with all the sterling performance she has, her role at UNESCO, among other international roles she's played, and excel herself. This is the experience she's bringing to the table, and you've all had a test of it. So we're going to have a very effective vice president and a very effective president, and their complement is what would really reset Ghana, and that's what we should all be looking forward to.
Right. So Dr. Kelly, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Right.